Welcome back, ladies. If you're new here, I'm glad you found the channel. My name is Rhoda. We're warming up. Let's bring our knees up and twist. This is Fab and Fit over 40 and beyond. This channel has evolved as I work with you, arms forward and back, to really focus on how things change over 40 from an exercise and diet perspective, for women specifically. We're dealing with a lot. I know, I've been there. Reach out. In my 40s and 50s, I learned a lot, and I want to share that with you. It's not textbook knowledge, we get that as certified trainers. This is my personal experience. And by sharing what I've learned through my research and my personal experience, I want to help you navigate this time in your life a little better than I did, arms up and down. We do that by adjusting our exercise time and intensity, swing the arms here, changing some things in our diet. We talk about that. Stick around for the video because we will address diet in the video. And we do a lot of strength training up and over, like today. Strength training is crucial over 40. You can lose up to 8% of your lean muscle mass every decade over 40. Swing the arms here. That equates to a lower metabolism. When you have less lean muscle, you have a lower metabolism because muscle requires more calories to exist on your body than fat does. So by creating this lean muscle, we are going to elevate your metabolism and then maintain it through consistent strength training over 40. I'm using a chair today for this total body strength workout. I have everywhere from 5 all the way up to 20. If you have options, get them. If not, soup cans or water bottles, that's how I started. I will try and tell you what weights I'm using for those of you that do have a variety. I'm going to start with my 10s. We're going to a deadlift high row. I'm going to stand sideways, feet are shoulder width apart, slight bend in your knees. You're coming down, driving through your heels, come on up. As you do, pull. So that is your form, driving those hips back, nice and slow and controlled. We don't need to go quickly here. When you pull, think about if you had a bar in your hands, not two separate dumbbells, okay? We're pulling directly straight up. Elbows are leading the way, not twisting your wrists. So you're not doing that at the top, okay? See that a lot. We really want to get up into the shoulders with this. Awesome. Okay, so in this workout, we'll have compound moves like we just did. Then we'll also have isolation moves, and we will break down some of the compound moves, like that deadlift high row. We're going to do that now. I have 110. I'm going across to the opposite foot. As I come up, I'm going to pull. Ready? Here we go. Same form on your deadlift. Nice flat back. Drive those hips back. You're loading this leg. Your left leg is taking the weight there. Make sure to have those soft knees and pull up. Elbow leading. Don't rotate that wrist. The dumbbell just hangs in your hand. We're getting some core here. You're getting that oblique area. That's your waistline. This is your inner oblique area for the most part. And by going one side, you probably felt that. The intensity, that's what happens when you do this unilateral, meaning just one side of the body working at a time. Now we had left leg, right arm, but that is not both legs or both arms. So that is where the unilateral comes in. All right, down, check your form, flat back. You don't have to touch your toes here. You're just starting out, that dumbbell may come to right here. That's okay. Work within where you feel good, feel pushed a little bit, okay? If this is super easy, you might need some heavier dumbbells. On each of my videos now, they allow me to tag some products. You can see where I get my dumbbells and pop in there and shop. These are major retailers like Walmart, Target, and Doesn't cost you any more. It is what's called an affiliate link, so I do get a little bit of help from, I'm sticking with my 10 here, I think. No, I'm not. Yeah, let's go 215. Sorry. We're going reciprocating back rows. So one arm is up, one is down. Pull, pull, just like that. Nice flat back. Weights in your heels. Squeezing the bra area in the back there. So yeah, I have some affiliate links on the channel now, where if you want to purchase some of the things I use in my videos, because you need to increase your dumbbells, or you need a mat, or whatever the case may be, you can support the channel through the affiliate links, and I appreciate it. Pulling and pulling. Rest, good. Okay, one of my fun favorite moves, we're gonna do a lawnmower pull with a hammer curl. So we're stepping out, weight is down, kind of like with that deadlift, right? We're gonna pull up like we just did, then we'll hammer curl, all right? Step it out, here we go. There it is. Pull, pull back, squeeze the back, then down and up. Down we go again. Now you don't have to bend that knee in the front as much as I am. If you have any pain in your knee, take the bend out like that. Now on the hammer curl, I just did it. Don't do it. I did this. I swang it, right? Don't swing the dumbbell. Don't use momentum. Control it down and up. Make that muscle do the work. You're working forearm here and bicep. Along with everything else you're working with the back row and the step out and the lawnmower pull, forward lunge. Good work. All right, on to the other side, deep breath. After this side, we will have a nice rest. And then it's on to circuit 2. Each of these circuits targeting certain areas, like not targeting the total body, breaking it down, so we really get a lot of what we call time under tension. Come down, pull on a muscle group or a variety of muscle groups before we move on. So we work shoulders here, we worked back, upper back, and we got the legs activated and the core. And starting in on this bicep, we're just going to play a role next circuit. Can we get one more? Let's do it. We got a nice rest coming. Finish with me. Do your hammer. There it is. Nice work, ladies. Okay. I almost feel like I need to tape this mat down. It moves. All right, moving on. I am going to go with my light dumbbells here. We're working chest from a standing position. Palms face me. You're gonna bring these dumbbells up and you're gonna meet them at the top. As you come up, contract that chest. The chest is tightening to lift these dumbbells. So you know that that's the muscle that we're working, the muscle that's contracting to move the dumbbells. And I'm holding them away from my body here, making kind of an upside down V. Get ready. Into the middle and back. Feel your chest working? So last round we really worked that back, opposing these muscles, right? The bra overhang area. That lat muscle runs up and down either side of your spine. Now we're coming on to the front of the upper torso. And awesome. All right. I'm gonna grab my 10 again. You do have a modification for this. You'll either do a side leg raise, hammer, press, or we're gonna isolate the standing leg. So you're standing on your right leg, you're gonna squat and stand, hammer and press. Squat and stand first. Here we go. Squat and stand. Now, curl it, press it. Control the dumbbell. Weight in your heels, up, squeeze the glute. You always want to squeeze that glute at the top. It's called finishing the move. Finish the move. Make all the muscles that are moving in this squat exercise finish. So squeezing the glute finishes the glute move, finishes the contraction on that muscle. One more. I think I'll get the squat anyway. All right, let's go to the other side. So we're doing this strength work because we're building this lean muscle and then maintaining this lean muscle so that you maintain your metabolism. Some other things that to be aware of is really you can eat your way through any workout, right? We start exercising and we think, here we go. Oh, I'm exercising now, I can eat more. Well, a workout may burn a couple hundred calories. That's a large chocolate chip cookie. I mean, it's not a lot, right? It's a piece, not even a piece of pizza. So we really have to think about our diet as well. And really the first thing that you can do from a diet perspective is not cut calories, not starve yourself. Don't go on any fad crash diet. Think about the food you're eating first. Is it real food? Did it come out of a box? Or did it come from the perimeter of the grocery store? And that worked because I just did a squat there. Good. All right, I'm going to go to my 5s. I'm going to hold this weight like it's a box. We're going to squeeze and open, so front and back of the shoulder. And as we do, we're going to bring in the abs. Knee up, just like that. Both shoulders, get ready. Light dumbbells here, or no dumbbells. I mean, the arms are going to get heavy. Squeeze and open. So if you can eliminate as much as possible sugar. Now when I say sugar, we think of, white table sugar, but processed flours, body reacts just as if it were sugar. And it gums up the system as well, because if you think about it, if you got white flour wet, it's really gummy and gross, right? Well, that's what happens inside your body. That's not going to move through your digestive system very well. It's going to slow down digestion, which slows down metabolism. Not to mention, you're not getting the nutrients out of your food. And when you don't get nutrients, again, metabolism goes down, you don't sleep well, all kinds of ramifications for that. All right, we have a deadlift up to a bicep curl. Told you we're working biceps here. So we're gonna hold the dumbbells facing me. We'll deadlift down and up. Once you're up, we're gonna do this curl, okay? So I encourage you, some of you have done this and gotten great results and really more of a learning experience. Can you cut out sugar and processed flours for 3 days? On day 4, tell me how you feel. I've heard anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds of inflammation gone because sugar and processed flours cause you to retain fluid. And where does that get deposited? Right around the waistline. So where you feel you have fat, you might have inflammation instead. So by cleaning up the diet, by getting rid of the sugar and the processed flour, grab your chair here, you may find that you're going to drop a pant size and you may drop some pounds. In this, we're going to come to a plank here, hands on your chair, you're going to tap out on your shoulders. Knees in farther. If you're just starting out, you can bend your knees here. Otherwise, come into that plank, tap, and tap. I know I'm doing 2 things. I'm coaching and I'm trying to talk about processed foods. But processed foods, white rices, flours, anything that's been stripped of its fiber is going to gum up your system. And it's going to cause your body to hang on to water because it takes a lot of fluid to process, if you think about that, your sticky gummy flour through your system. You're going to need a lot of water in there. So your body keeps prepared for that. If that's part of your daily diet or regular diet, you're going to hang on to that inflammation because your brain, your body's smart. It's expecting, we're on a nice break here, it's expecting more processed foods. Eliminate them for 3 days. On day 4, I want to hear from you. How do you feel? How are your body, clothes, things like that fitting? You will probably notice a noticeable difference. It's not going to be like, oh, well, you will notice a difference. I'm going to grab my 15s. We're going to alternating curtsies. You're going to stay up a little higher. If this bothers your knees, watch the modification, same move, just not going as deep. Otherwise, come with me, right leg back into your curtsy. Get low, drive through the front foot, So front heel, back toe. That's where your body weight is. Think about your back. Nice and flat, hinging from the waist. Do not round that back. Driving back through that toe. Sitting way back into this. Whether you're up here or you're coming down further, you're activating that glute. So we are into the glutes and triceps on this circuit. And then we'll talk more about, I'm going to go to a 5-pound, other ways you can really improve your diet. And well, back to the sugar. Okay, we'll talk about one thing. You're going to curtsy back here as you come up, raising to the top. Modification window will show just a less deep curtsy. All right, palm facing me. Here we go. So when you eat that processed flour or sugar, your body responds by shooting insulin into your bloodstream. Insulin brings the sugar level in your blood down to a safe level. When it's very processed, it literally, in your mouth, triggers insulin before you even swallow it. And that insulin shoots way up, and what happens then? It comes way down below baseline. Down below baseline, the only way to bring that sugar level up in your blood, because now we're too low, is to have more sugar. Craving cycle. That's why you have those cravings. When you've literally just eaten an hour ago, but it's been a processed meal, you're hungry, right? How do you combat that? Well, one, we talked about, get rid of that sugar, get rid of that processed food, and, not forever, and not every day, but in general, clean up the diet, eat real food. Add vegetables. You don't have to have fresh either. Frozen is your next best option, and depending on where you live, maybe your only option for some vegetables at certain times of the year. Add vegetables to your diet. I know, you remember, eat your vegetables when we were kids, or telling our kids to eat their vegetables. Thinking nutrition, yes, but also fiber. Grab your chair, we're going to do some dips. Now, don't turn it off. I know these are hard. They're not my favorite either, but we're working the back of the arm, which we want to do. Couple options here. You're coming out, grazing down, pushing with the arms, have a seat if you need to, then come back and do a rep. So maybe you skip a rep while you have a seat, and then you do the next rep. In the beginning, these are super hard, so you don't be expecting that you're going to get through this circuit without little rest, which is okay, because before you know it, you'll do 2, and then 3 before you have to rest. And before you know it, you'll be going the full 40 seconds. Getting these triceps working. Great. And now we're going to keep our chair, move it out a little bit. We're coming either into a flat back hamstring curl, more advanced. Let's do it from a plank position, and we'll curl and curl. All right, going in 2, 1, here we go. By adding that fiber and some fruit, we can talk about what fruits are better, more fibrous fruit. That's going to help move your food through your digestive system. And when things are moving and digestion is working, your metabolism improves. So these are all ways that you can get your metabolism up so you can eat the good stuff. Lean proteins. You gotta have protein, ladies, especially as you strength train. Good job. All right, have a seat. I'm gonna grab one 10-pound. I'm gonna grab a 15. Yeah, we're going overhead tricep extension. I'm gonna hold it on either end. You can hold it like a goblet if you'd like. Behind the head, elbows towards me, feet flat on the floor, abs tight. Press and bring it down. and press, and down. Good. Watch for a members only feature on the channel where we're going to have monthly, probably twice a month chats. And one of the things we can talk about is food prep and how to make what I'm talking about here pretty manageable. In the beginning, it's overwhelming, but there are great little tricks that I can teach you that will allow you to be ready for your week with your good food in tow. And you've got your 40-second rest and only one more circuit. Nice work. Now, I'll be on the mat. The next circuit, there are chair options, okay? So if you want to stay up, you don't want to get down and up off the mat, stick with me because you're going to do a chair move. Right now, you're going to grab one dumbbell, and it'll start 10 seconds early. It's going to show you me putting that dumbbell between my ankles. I want you to do that, and you're going to extend the legs. That's going to work the front of the legs. The rest of us, I'm going to grab a 10. I'm going to be on my knees. I'm going to hold this right at my chest. Try not to hit my microphone. Squeeze my glutes. Abs are tight. I'm going to lean back. Lean back. Pull up. Take it back. Harder than it looks, right? Feel the front of your legs. Right here, they're stretching and holding you from falling backwards, and then they're pulling you up. So we are targeting the front of the upper leg here. If you are doing the extensions, what are you feeling? The front of your upper leg, right? Just a different way of working the muscle. Good. All right. You're going to see me move the chair. Of course, you don't have to do that. It's just so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Get my mic flopping around here. You're going to do a seated glute bridge to a single leg crunch for the lower ab. The rest of us, bring your feet as close to your bum as you can. You're going to drive through your heels, up, squeeze the glutes, come down, crunch. Ready? Here we go. Drive it up, down, crunch. If you're on the mat, for this crunch, try and bring those knees to your chest. See how I'm lifting my hips off the mat? More advanced, I want you to get those hips up. Just intensifies the move. If you're just starting out, right there, it's going to be probably enough for you to begin. Know that this is a process. Nothing you do the first time is easy. It takes practice. Exercise is no different. All right, I got to check here what we're doing. All right, I'm going to flip over. We're going to make like frog legs and lift our knees off the mat. This is a very, very light movement, range of motion here. If you're using the chair, stand with the chair. You're going to lift the legs bent like mine are, alternating, okay? Lift. We're both hitting that glute from a very unique angle here. And I know I get comments on this one. I can't get my hips up. Look at my hips. They're not coming up. It's just my knees. That's all you need to do. This is not, like I say, a big range of motion here. We're activating these glutes by lifting those knees with the legs wide and bent. If you do the 3-day challenge, ladies, you got to let me know. I love assigning that. Of course, it's an optional assignment, right? All right, glute bridge to abduction pulse. So you can do this seated from your chair or on the floor. This time we're going to drive our knees out, and we're going to pulse 3 times. 3, 2, 1, and back down. I think some of us are of the age we can barely remember when we were younger. Mission Impossible. Your mission, Jim, should you decide to accept it. So if you decide to accept the challenge, the sugar challenge, tell me how you do. 3 days. You can do anything for 3 days, right? Keep going, come on. These are targeted moves. Woohoo! A lot of glute and abs in this one. And we're on to exercise 5, which is a dead bug. If you are standing, little variation here. You're going to bring the dumbbell up overhead while the opposite knee comes up. We're going to go kind of in the reverse, where, not really in the reverse, where I guess with the knee, because the leg's going to extend out. Opposite arm to leg. Dumbbell overhead, leg goes out, pull it up. Pull the lower abs tight here. And the leg that's going down towards your floor. I want you to think about your lower back. If your lower back is arching off the mat, you need to get that foot a little higher, like that, all right? If coming down here, you feel the back is being compromised at all right, it's not worth it. Change how far your leg is going down. It will still work the muscle here, but it can protect your back, okay? Excellent, and we finish with a bicycle, nice slow bicycle. Standing, you're not using dumbbells, you can just put your hands behind your head, just like we are. Some cues here. Elbows do not come forward, so keep those elbows out. Think about shoulder to knee, not elbow to knee, all right? Feet are up, and just like the dead bug, you're only gonna extend out as far, nice and slow here, as you can while you feel the back is solid. It is not shaky at all. Shoulder to knee, shoulder to knee. This is a burner at the end of a workout. We're over halfway through this 40 seconds. Coming up on single digits here, and best of all, coming up on those 3 beeps from my clock that say we're done, we did it. Awesome job, awesome job. All right, that was a strength workout to hit all your muscles. Kick your legs out, arms overhead. If you're seated, stand up, reach for the ceiling. Pretend like you're in traction here. Someone's pulling on your ankles and pulling on your wrists. So you're extending that far. Your back is coming off the mat naturally here. We are just opening up the pathways for blood to flow. And then if you're on the mat, you're going to reach up to your toes, just rounding the back here, rounding across the shoulder blades. If you're standing, you're rounding down to the floor. You don't need to touch the floor. This isn't about proving how far you can go. It's about feeling the stretch. You should feel it on the back of your legs. You should feel the lower back releasing, and you should feel that stretch coming across the shoulder while you're keeping that neck neutral. And come on up. I'm going to go ahead and stand up, throwing in a commercial break here. YouTube lets us tell them where we'd like them. So let's do it here, but don't go away. We got to finish this stretch. Stand on up. All right, if you had a commercial break, welcome back. It doesn't always happen. Let's step back. I want you to feel the inner thigh a little bit here, as well as the back of the leg. Stepping back at a bit of an angle. And you don't need to bend this knee far. You can lean back a little, keep that knee straight. You're still going to activate here. All right, now getting deeper into that inner thigh, stepping wide. So if you're new here, I hope you take away some information. If you've been here a while, I hope you take away some information. I know you've heard some of it before, maybe all of it before, if you've been around for a long time. Let's go to the other side, but it's valuable to know, and it's good to have the repetition, I think, because it is how it's going to work for you, how you're going to be successful. How are you going to be successful in maintaining a healthy weight, achieving and then maintaining a healthy weight? Let's reach up and over. If you're interested in one-on-one support, or if you just want to connect, successcoachrhoda@gmail.com. Pop me an email. Other side, it doesn't cost a lot. It costs less than your fad diets to have an accountability coach, and you'll do it the right way so that you can go on with your life in a healthy weight forever, because you're going to learn tools that'll allow you to do that. Let's clasp the hands behind your back, around your shoulders back. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing the videos. When you do all 4, including subscribe. It tells YouTube you like the content. So they're going to show it to more women and we'll grow the channel. Let's put thumbs back, extend the arms here. We're trying to get into the biceps, okay? And then pat yourself on the back. So by doing that, that's a great way to say, thank you, Rhoda, for the workout today. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're in a position to help support the channel financially, grab the elbow, other direction here. Appreciated, certainly not something I expect, okay? But if it's something you feel compelled to do, underneath the video, there's a super thanks button. You can click that. It's not going to automatically charge you anything. Hands on your knees here, round your back, but it'll take you to YouTube super thanks, and you can kind of see how that works, where you can make a contribution to the channel. There's also buy me a coffee over on the left corner of your screen. Roll on up here. It's just another way you can access my buy me a coffee page if you prefer to do it that way. Roll your shoulders here. Great job today. Great, great job. You are worth the time. You are worth taking the time to live a healthy life. Deep breath. Smile because you did it. Exhale. All the air out. One more time. Deep breath. Exhale. I hope you enjoyed that workout. Leave me comments. I look forward to seeing you next time on the channel for our next workout. In the meantime, have a wonderful day or evening.